sometimes I don't think you be hearing me.
You gonna say something?
Wait to see if anybody going.
Just broke it. I broke it. See that?
Yeah, we'll deal with it. Just leave it for now. Don't try to plug it back in. Just leave it.
Hello, y'all. How y'all doing? We've made it back to our room so that we can come on really quick and do a recipe delivery with y'all. We thank y'all for your patience. I know it's late. Y'all time is probably about 8 o'clock, about 8:30.
Yeah, about 8:30 that time.
We got a slow connection, so I hope it's connecting pretty good.
Me.
And I hope you can hear us. I don't know if he has it up or not, but I hope you
Make sure the
can.
volume is up. First thing, I got one viewer, so they can respond back. Who is that?
I don't know. I don't know who's viewing and who can see us, but I hope y'all can see. I hope y'all can see and hear us. Pretty good. I went on mine real quick to see. So,
But let's get started.
Just do a quick little to-do. And what we were talking about. Hey, Chris.
She said she can hear.
You can hear us good.
Excuse me.
So, one of the topics that me and Kel was discussing today was... We're going to jump straight into it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Quinn.
And I'm Kel. This is Recipe to Chivalry.
This is Recipe to Chivalry. Thank y'all for joining us, even though it's late. We was having a conversation today about... and y'all excuse me if I'm looking down because I'm trying to remember exactly where I was at and what we were talking about.
Discussion was how do you improve yourself was the question she asked. That was one of the questions. And the second question was, what did you learn from your last relationship? So the first question was, how do you improve yourself and grow personally? And my response to that was, it's kind of not easy because you have to internalize, and you really have to look at yourself and evaluate yourself. And her response was...
My response was, I'm always my biggest critic. And he said that's easy. Being your biggest critic is easy.
My opinion.
And his opinion. I always tell him, can't nobody be harder on Quintella than I am on myself. So I'm always taking a self-evaluation. Is it hard sometimes to hear when somebody tells you things about yourself? Yes, it is. But with that information, once again, when I hear it, I do take that information in, and then I try to internalize it and find out what truth is, if there is any to it, and how can I improve on that.
So my reason for saying why I thought it was difficult, because being your biggest critic, and if I am saying I agree with that, but what she says when she hears it, I think that's what a lot of people, including myself, we kind of struggle with, because I think I've said it before. When someone points out something, criticizes something, whether it be constructive criticism, that's what you hope to hear. But when you hear it,
EJ,
instant defense mechanism goes on. And even though you think you're hearing it, even though you are, 9 times out of 10, you're ready to defend yourself. And that's why I say it's kind of hard to internalize and build that, because someone could point it out. And instead of you taking that in and thinking about it and saying, you know what, instead of me automatically trying to respond and give a defense, let me stop for a second and try to take this moment as a self-learning experience and an improvement experience, to not be ready to give a defense.
So my actual question was, how do you actively try to achieve personal growth? So that's how we kind of got into that whole spill about that. And like he said, the whole active listening thing, that I think is everybody's, and I could be totally wrong, but actively listen, people would be like, yeah, I hear you all day long, but like he said, because you be in a defense mode, you're really not listening. And I have been guilty of that, especially when I don't want to hear anything from him. I'm hearing him, but I'm not hearing him because my defenses are up. And with me, it's so weird because I'll hear everything he's saying, and I'm like, okay, Quinette. And I'm sitting there, and he's saying whatever he's saying, and at the same time, I'm having this whole talk with myself, like, you know, he's right about such and such. And I'm like, yeah, he probably is. But right now I don't want to hear it. So again, that's with that whole active listening and that defense mechanism that he's speaking about, that I believe that everybody should take time, realize that they have it, and find ways to work on that, because it can be very destructive in a relationship, in a marriage, in a friendship, or whatever it is people be having going on these days. I think it's really important that if this is the person that you're going to grow with, then you really do need to learn how to take those defensives down, because if you don't, those defensives later on become, how can I say, you begin to just
coping mechanisms.
Not just coping mechanism. The person starts to irritate you. Everything they say, every time they open their mouth, everything will irritate you.
But
if you don't, because
on that note, right? So you're talking about that one individual.
Right.
So we're talking about personal growth. So personal growth doesn't have to be with one individual.
Oh, that's absolutely true.
Someone else can be talking to you about the same thing, and if you don't begin to exercise that growth and still hold up those defenses, it becomes a coping mechanism. Because somebody said to me before, the way you do anything is the way you do everything.
True.
So if that's the way you cope with that with me, or your other,
or
in your relationship,
friend or
you're gonna cope the same. You're gonna deal with it the same way with somebody else, because you take it as an offense, and once you take it as an offense, that defense comes up. So, and that's just on that aspect, because personal growth is very broad. So it doesn't just have to be on that aspect. So when we say personal growth, there's so many different avenues that you could take when it comes to personal growth. EJ
says, and yes, I'm putting on the glasses. Do you think it's tougher between men and women versus men and women, because out of natural defense mentality, differences and mentality?
All right, let me see if I can understand this a little bit. Do you think it's tougher between men and women versus men and men?
You're talking about the mental state. So basically the way we think and the way y'all think.
You said between men and women versus
men and men, or women and women.
Yes, I do think there are differences, because women, I think
because we act on our emotions. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Because we act on our emotions, that could be a good and a bad thing when it's women and women. I really do think it comes. He's talking about mentally.
I think women can actually communicate better than men. Again, I think we spoke on this before, because of the lack of communication that most men, from their upbringing.
Okay.
And we don't talk to each other on that deep of a level. So where we may do it with a woman, But I don't
or
think,
learn to do it with a
or
woman.
learn to do it with a woman. But I think it's not that we can't with a man. We have to build a brotherhood and have to have
a safe space.
A safe space to do so and feel safe. But I think that comes with time, comes with a strong community. But I think it's easier, and there are differences when it comes to women versus a man on man, unless you have a person like a mentor or somebody you look up to in general. So again, like I was saying, I think it's so many different avenues of approach when it comes to personal growth and development, just mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. There's so many avenues that you can improve upon, always.
Question. Do you have a problem saying I'm sorry? Is it harder for you to say I'm sorry, or is it harder to hear I'm sorry from someone else?
Is it hard for me to say I'm sorry? No. But I will say this. I won't just say I'm sorry to appease someone.
He's showing up on.
I will say I'm sorry if I feel that I'm genuinely sorry. And what I'm sorry for. Like if we're having a debate or an argument or discussion and someone takes offense to it, the offense might not have been intentional. And because you said you felt offended, which could be wrong from my part, I won't just come, oh, I'm sorry. But I will say, hey, look, hold on. I didn't mean it that way. This is what I was trying to say. And I may say sorry on that note. But after that, if you still take offense, I really don't know what else to say, because I tried to explain to you from where I was coming from, not to be offensive. So it just depends on the situation, I guess. And to hear sorry,
like you know somebody owe you an apology, but they're just not giving it.
How
do you take that? How it?
I take it a few ways. So one, if I feel like someone owes me an apology, they don't give it. Okay, fine. For me, that's a level of disrespect. You don't respect me enough.
Is it really that? Because see, now you're feeling. So now I feel like you're talking on both sides, because you feel like somebody owes you an apology, but they don't give it to you, so it's a matter of disrespect. But in your same note, you just sat here and said there will be times where something will happen and you don't feel like you don't have to apologize.
That's not what I said.
Basically, that's what I heard.
I know. That's not what I said.
Okay, but that's what I'm hearing.
I know. That's not what I said.
Okay, so explain it again.
So again, if you say that I offended you,
but you don't feel like it's an offense.
Can I explain?
Go ahead.
I don't feel like it's an offense, but I will say, hey, that was not my intentions. That's what I said. It's not my intentions. Here was what I meant. After me explaining what I meant, and you still take offense to it, I don't know what else to do, because that was not my intention.
Okay, but
I explained to you that wasn't my intention.
Yeah, so you're explaining what your intent was, but you're still not apologizing. You're just explaining the reason why you said what you said, or why it might be an offense, but you're still not apologizing.
Okay, so
you're not apologizing.
Because you take offense to everything, and I explained to you that wasn't my intent.
That's fine, even if it wasn't your intent, but if the person took it that way, like you're saying,
okay,
you're not going to apologize. But
I'm not going to. I can apologize. I will explain to you what my intent was. I can apologize. Now, on the opposite end of that, what you were saying was, if I feel like I'm owed an apology, do I take it as disrespect? Yeah, because if I feel like you offended me, I will explain to you that I felt offended.
Okay.
And if you explain to me that it wasn't intentional,
just
then
like
I say, okay, fine. You didn't mean it. And see, for me, if I felt like you said something to me and I took it offensive, and you say, hey, hold on, that's not what I meant to say. This, you took it the wrong way. This is what I meant. Then I can say, okay, I don't even need an apology from you, because to me that is an apology. You don't have to say, hey, I'm sorry. You can say, that's not the word I meant, and I can say, okay, I took it the wrong way.
Okay, so what do an apology look like? So, because that's a whole nother a thing I think we need to unfold. Because what an apology looked like and what it should sound like, I
think that's personal.
Right.
How you would take it. So, like, if if I said that I was offended,
and I apologize.
No, you don't apologize. Well, I take that back. When we say apologize, is the word apology have to be said? No. In my opinion. So if I say you offended me, and you say, hey, that wasn't my intent, I was just saying this and this. To me, that is an apology. You don't have to say, Kel, I'm sorry. But if you say, hey, Kel, look, that to offend you was not my intent. I was just basically stating this, this, and this, and this. To me, that is an apology.
Yeah, but then you're not saying, do you accept this apology, or do you accept what I'm saying to you? So again, It's not. I feel like what you're saying is just an explanation. It's not an apology. Just saying, oh, I didn't mean it that way.
It is an apology.
No, it isn't. That's you explaining.
No.
That's you explaining what your intent was. That's not you apologizing.
To me, you don't have to apologize. To me, that is an apology.
Hey, Keisha, that's not an apology.
My offense, to me, that is. Because my offense was my personal interpretation of what you said.
Hey, I ain't mean it that way.
Which I took it wrong. Now that you explain it, I took it wrong.
Okay, for me, it's not an apology.
That's you.
Should give an example? Okay, I got a perfect example for you this evening. We were given some instructions on how to walk a certain way. I was telling my dear husband, he kept telling me, no, go over here. And I was like, no, Kel, we have to go over this way. He yelled at me, no, we got to go this way. Then when he got up to the point and he realized that we couldn't go that way, he goes, oh, okay. And he just turned around and he kept going. He never turned around and said, you know what? I was incorrect. My bad. I'm sorry. None of that. He just...
That's not the way that went.
That is the way it went, sir.
That's the way you took. That's not the way that went.
Sir.
That's not the way that went. So I'm glad you gave that example. Let's say, for example, someone steps on your shoes. Okay, somebody steps on my shoe. That's kind of like, to me, that's simple. That's not something where you have to explain that wasn't my intent. Yeah, of course that wasn't intent.
Ooh, so my bad.
My bad, apology. I know you didn't intend to do you say that, but if you step on my shoe and keep going, that's something different. So what happened was, where we were at, the explanation we got was, if you take the zigzag ramp,
it's the long way.
It would be the long way.
If you take
the steps, it would be the faster way. So when she stepped onto the side, from what I can see, she was trying to guide me this way. Mm-hmm. From what I was looking at, it looked like it was taking us towards the zigzag way. So I said, no, let's take the steps. It's faster. She was like, no, we got to take this way
to the stairs.
So I'm still looking at the because the ramp and the steps are like they're like this. So I'm looking at, I was like, no. She said take the steps because it's faster. She leaving out key detail to make it seem. I was like, no, go this way.
I ain't even out.
So I was like, no, we got to take the steps. The steps is faster.
And
so we started going that way, and then I said, wait a minute, it looks like there's no way to get, because I couldn't see.
I see he leaving out the part where I told him you cannot get to him from that way. We have to go this way. There's a big old sign that said entrance.
I didn't see that. So,
but I'm telling him that.
She didn't see that. She didn't say that first.
I did. Okay.
She didn't say that was this sounds.
That's because you was yelling at me talking about no, we got to go this way. That's why.
So as I was going this way,
actively listening,
I looked and I saw. So I saw where you couldn't. There was no way to get to steps or the zigzag, and I was like, okay, well we have to go the way you said. She said, yeah, because this side said enter, and I said, okay. Oh, I didn't see that. I thought you had to go to the steps this way, and the zigzag was this way.
See, you see how he explained it. What he's not telling you is that he raised his voice and all of that at me. when I kept trying to tell him. So he's sitting here talking about I'm leaving out key details. He is too. So even after that, there still was no apology, y'all. He just kept on like
y'all see this in the raw again.
He just kept on. He just kept on like it was nothing.
My voice, but I'm like, and I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. Let's go this way. With interest.
You ain't even say, yeah, you're right.
I did. I said, yeah, you're right.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't say anything. You just like, okay, let's just go this way.
I like she said, active listening.
You did. You did not, because you might have.
Right, let's go this
I'm
way.
gonna tell you, you might have thought you did in your head.
Okay.
But you did not.
All right. You win this one. Okay, whatever. You have
it ain't a matter of winning.
I apologize. Is that what you need to hear?
Do you mean it? Because
yes,
are you doing this for?
I said, is that what you need to hear? I apologize.
I want a sincere apology.
Yes.
I don't want something.
Now y'all see where it goes.
Forced.
Y'all see where you go. Even when you apologize,
no, y'all see
the
how
layers that get peeled back. I sat back and said, "Is that what you?" Because remember,
see,
I said,
but did y'all hear that apology? Is that what you want?
Right. Because I said, remember in the very beginning, active listening, right? In the very beginning, I said, it depends on the situation. You don't have to verbally say, "I apologize." It depends on the situation. She said she does. So I turned around and said, "Wait a minute, is that what you need to hear?" So I apologize. And it still wasn't good.
No, it was the way you did it. Did you not hear yourself?
No. I turned around and said, I apologize. Is that what you need to hear? I apologize.
How did y'all think their apology went? We need to do a census on that.
No, we don't.
Yeah, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because
so in that sense, you don't accept my apology.
I'm not saying, not if you didn't mean it.
Why wouldn't I mean it?
I don't know.
So therefore, you didn't.
If you meant it, then I accept it.
I said that when I first said it. And you
then I accept it humbly.
You didn't accept it then.
I'm accepting it. If he meant it.
You see what I go through. You see what I go through.
Look.
Anyway,
this is real. This is real life right here.
He should have left out. Is what?
He should have left out. Is that what you need to hear? Exactly.
Why?
See, Christina said the apology was a little rough.
Why? I had you female chiming on. Why was that? Why should I have left that out, Keisha? Please elaborate. And Christina, please elaborate. Why was it a little rough? Because neither one of y'all pointed out. Yelling at me. That wasn't rough.
That what?
The way you told the whole story wasn't rough.
Babe, what you mean the way I told the story? I told my version of it and you told yours, and then they got the real version of it from both of it. Because don't act like yours is the real version, because you did leave some stuff out also that I had to interject.
Keisha chiming in because it was like you was just saying it so we can be quiet. No.
Because you got smart, see?
If I wanted, because you got, how I got smart?
You did. Because is this what you want to hear? You don't think that?
Is that what you needed to hear?
And that's the part right there.
Because I apologize. Is that what you needed to hear? There's a question.
You could have left that out, though.
No, I couldn't. No, I didn't have to.
And that's what they're talking about.
No, I know that's what they're talking about because they in their feelings.
No, and ain't nobody in their feelings. See, yes, why is it you going straight to that and you assume somebody's in their feelings just because they're pointing out something?
Doesn't mean I have to agree. Doesn't mean I have to agree.
But Kel, we got two people. Everybody can't be wrong.
It could be 25 of them. Don't mean I have to agree.
So the census is wrong and you right.
It's not a census. It's just two people here that said that I was smart and it was a little rough. Both of y'all funny.
Hey Mark, your daddy rough out here in these streets.
No, I'm not.
He rough.
No, I'm not.
You know, trying to get an apology out of him is like, woo.
No, it's not. I apologized, and it still wasn't good enough. That's what none of y'all.
No.
None of y'all.
The apology wasn't just. You know what? I apologize.
That's wait. If y'all can be honest, if y'all can be absolutely honest, that's what I turned around and said. I said, I apologize, and she said,
No.
Are
Keep
you
going.
for real? For real? And I said, I apologize.
No.
I said it twice, and
No,
then I
no.
said, is this what you need
No,
to
that
hear?
ain't what you did. Ain't how you did it the first time.
All right, we're going to play it back. We're going to play
Play
it
it
back,
back.
and we're going to see.
Play it
And
back.
if I'm wrong, I stand corrected. But
Wrong,
but
sir.
it's recorded.
It is. It's showing up.
It's recorded. But I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway, what's the other part of this?
Y'all got any questions while I find this other question?
Yeah, find the other question. Yeah, I gotta. And they Team Quintella anyway. Them two.
Ooh, no, ain't nobody Team Quintella because they love you.
It's still Team Quintella. That's how I wish some of these other people, some other men would come on here, cause, woo. Yeah, women, y'all just want to attack me because I be tearing y'all up.
Okay, I have something for you. How much personal space do you need in a relationship?
What do you mean? Yeah, I think that's situational.
Situational.
This time when I want some me time, like back when I did play a video game, I want to be left alone. I want to do me. And
Yeah,
sometimes when I want to be right up underneath you.
Yeah, but for some people, they just always maybe want their partner or whatever right there. Or you got those people
It's
that
situational.
they're so used to being alone, they need. Keisha said the same thing. It is situational.
Depends on the situation, exactly. It's situational.
Do everybody else agrees with that? Because I kind of do too. It's just that sometimes we can't align up. We be out of alignment. Can you agree to that?
Oh yeah.
See, he agrees. We be out of alignment. Because when I want space, he don't, and when he wants space, I don't. So we be all jacked up. But
Gotta wait till that go away.
yes, situational. But do y'all's be aligned? Can y'all kind of work yours out? Because me and Kel, no, it'd be a hit and miss. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Hey, y'all, say hello to his other wife.
Yeah, come get her. Come get her.
say hello to Deborah. This is Kel's other wife, y'all.
What's up, Dad?
Hey.
How you doing? Yeah, come get her.
What you mean, come get me?
She acting up today.
I am not. Well, you know what? Act up is what I do.
So yeah, it depends on how the two people are. I'll take it too far sometimes. What do you mean? Well, for personal space? How do you take personal space too far?
When you're used
Explain
to,
that.
I guess, being in your own space, and when you know you need to give some of your time to your partner, you don't. Because I think with me, I'm such an introvert, and I get so into my own thing until it's crazy. Sometimes when you do want to have time or what, I get annoyed because I just feel like you're invading my personal time, even though I know I've had more personal time than I should. Like, I've been greedy with like my personal time. Like I just don't.
Somebody say come get her.
I be greedy, and I know. Like, okay, I gotta give this man some time.
She
And
annoyed, but she did.
What?
Lord have mercy.
I'm admitting that, I be in my own world, and I be trying to stay there. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna let you start staying there.
Ooh, by myself.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't be like that. Love you.
I'm gonna get back into my PlayStation, get back into my fishing.
Nah.
I'm gonna leave you all on the island by yourself. I'm good, boo. Tyrone, Tanya, and William said hello to in Columbia, South Carolina, celebrating Saint and Kathy. Tell them I said happy anniversary. 46 and doing it.
All right now. Hey, we love that.
Goals right there.
Right there. 46 years of marriage. Yes, that is beautiful. Tell everybody we said, hey, that's a blessing. That is so great. 46 years of marriage. Woo! Yeah, we ain't in the 40s yet.
Oh, you keep acting up.
Ooh, so I ain't gonna make it?
I ain't saying. I said you keep acting up.
What you mean I keep acting? What that mean? What that got to do with 46 being in the 40s?
You're gonna be
Of
some
marriage.
me time, and it ain't gonna be no me time. It's gonna be my time.
What? But we're still gonna be married.
Yeah, but you're gonna be lonely.
No, I'm not gonna be lonely.
I gotta get the.
Don't mess with me.
See if I can get my PlayStation hands back.
Look, don't mess with me. We live, but don't mess with me.
I ain't scared.
Boo, I don't never want you scared.
Good.
I don't never want you scared.
Good.
But you will be compliant. You will be compliant.
You be on base too much. You better ask somebody. You better ask somebody about my resume. So 14 grands, 1.5 great grands. Oh man.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Super Bowl status.
Yeah, them a lot of grands and great grands. Yeah, we ain't. I'm happy with just my one.
See, I was trying to get 14 kids. Period.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't having that many kids. Who wants to have that many kids? Like, no.
I was trying.
No. Who body is you getting them out of? Like,
yours.
No, sir. No, I love you, but yeah, we ain't multiplying like that. Like, that's too much. Like,
Oh boy. So what do y'all think?
We don't want to keep y'all on too long because I know it's 9 o'clock your time.
Oh, that's right. We 3 hours.
7, 8. Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock your time. It's only 6 hours.
So we 6 o'clock our time.
Yeah, we still got plenty of playtime. We still got things we can get into the next couple of hours.
You Keisha laughing.
Yeah. Some of y'all got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, we still got plenty of daylight.
Yeah, we got, if y'all can see, we got plenty of that. So we got stuff we gonna get into. We just wanted to come on real quick and do
stay consistent.
Be on, talk to y'all, connect with y'all. Anybody have any questions, any topics, anything that they want us to bring up, please let us know. We would definitely do that.
Tell a friend to chime in.
Yeah, chime in. Next week we should be back on schedule at 5:30. Should be back on.
We gotta get some more men on here.
Yeah, he need more men. The men.
I
think the men be scared.
I got us covered. Don't be scared.
I think the men
talk
be scared.
trash, Keisha talk trash. Christina talk trash. I got us covered. Don't even worry about it.
EJ good support.
EJ always down. EJ got my back. We need some more men on here though.
Yeah, well.
Bring me back a souvenir.
What kind of souvenir you want?
What you want?
Call me when we get off. I'll be off in a few minutes. Just call me, child.
You got plenty of rocks out here.
I don't see. Chris says she don't talk trash, and she don't.
I'll give you a pass.
Oh, right, and she don't. Now Keisha, yes. Chris don't. But Chris will tell you the truth. That's what that is.
So she said, Keisha, you be lying.
What? I said Keisha.
You said Christina tell you the truth.
Yeah, I said Christina. Right. I ain't saying Keisha be lying. I said she be talking trash.
She's so quiet.
Yeah, she quiet, but she talk trash.
No, you're not quiet.
All right, y'all. We gonna sign off. We'll be back on next week, regular time, regular schedule, Sunday, 5:30. We will be there. It's just that, we was a little off. I don't know what we was thinking. I completely forgot that.
Yeah, I forgot about the time zone. Forgot about it.
Yeah, we out here living our best life, and we completely forgot. So,
Totally forgot about it.
I was like, hell, wait a minute. I think we told them 6:30, thinking it was gonna
be 6:30.
6:30, and I was like, no, that's 6:30 our time, not theirs.
We get back in a decent time. Come on at 6:30. Make sure we stay consistent. I was like, wait a minute. By the time we get back, it's gonna be late for them.
For them, yeah. So we sorry about that, but that's
we
okay. We
actually,
came on.
We actually got back early though.
We did get back a little early. We're just trying. We're just working it out. We're just trying to work it out for y'all. So we did the best we could with what we had. But we'll see y'all next week, next Sunday, 5:30. We will be on. New topic, new trash talking.
I'm gonna start a side segment called "The People Have Spoken." I'm gonna hit couples up, random couples up, and ask them questions and see how they respond.
Okay.
I'm gonna start doing that. Just random in the street.
He
get some content, run up on. Hopefully, I don't get beat up. But run up on some couples. But hey, do you approve of what she put on? Make her take it. No, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, you know what? That should be. Ooh, let's talk about that next week.
What, approval of what somebody put on?
So you got your wife. Before you met her, she dressed a certain way, and now you done married her. You want to change the way she dressed and the way she looked. Let's talk about that next week. Okay, let's dig into that. Ooh, what do y'all think?
No, I say eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake.
You know what happened in that car. He got.
That car.
You know what happened in
that happened in that car. Don't believe that. That was the movie. That was all the movies.
You know what happened in that car? Don't say.
She kept saying it, right?
Yeah.
Eat the cake, anime.
You saw what happened.
Ain't that happened in that car, y'all. Don't believe that.
Who was on top in the end? That's all that matter, y'all. Who was on top at the end of that movie?
Don't believe all that. I don't want to see how you walk back with that guitar. Like, you better sing that song. Ike was Ike, baby. What's he say? I wear what I want. No, you don't.
You wear what you want?
No, you don't.
Where's Jameson?
No, you don't.
Oh, you wear what you want.
No, you don't.
Oh, we're going to discuss this next week. Make sure Jameson is on. Let's see what he say.
She new to the game. Take them eyeballs and put them on back.
We're going to see what hubby say next week. You wear what you want to wear, huh? Okay, make sure you on. Make sure we bring him on. We're gonna find out. So y'all be the first couple on, so we can hear this back and forth. You wear what you want to wear. You know what? He might just go ahead with it. He might just.
Don't you do
it. He'll probably go exactly with what she want. It don't even matter. Be like just he got. He pick his battles. And sometimes that's what you got to do in a marriage. You got to pick your battles. You don't agree? So what that mean?
You can't wear what you want to wear.
You know what? The devil's a lie. We'll continue this next week, y'all.
You're right. The devil is a liar. You're absolutely right. You're a big liar. You cannot wear what you want to wear. Not be with me.
Okay. We're going to dig into this next week, y'all. This has been Quinn.
Y'all pray for Tina. Pray for Tina.
Ike needs deliverance, y'all. Ike needs deliverance.
But the revolution will not be televised.
We will. That is our topic next week. So come on in. Okay, we're going to get into this dress code and relationships. And we're going to dive into this because apparently some people got opinions about some stuff.
I don't have an opinion.
Some
facts. That's what I got. Facts.
And we already got one guest that says she wear what she wants to wear, but we got to see. We got to see what her husband. We got to see what her husband say about that. We gonna dig into this one, so we shall see. Ooh. So y'all get ready for next week, next Sunday, 5:30. Be here, because this should be a good one. Yeah, this should be a good one.
Let's go on and sign off. This is Ike. This is Kel.
And this is Quinn. Don't play with me.
And this is Recipe to Chivalry.
And we love you.
and she gonna sing that song.
Guarantee
Guarantee.
Yeah, bye, y'all.
Bye.